everybody. Welcome to the KTT show. Riley and I have a ton of events we'd like to talk about, and I'm actually going to kick it off by asking Riley how her week was.
My week's good so far. I'm staying home alone. I get to watch my favorite show.
Mm-hmm. What are you watching?
I'm watching the series of Unfortunate Events on Netflix, and it's my favorite show.
Nice. Have you seen, the other day, I was watching a movie, it's called Hustle. It's a basketball movie. I don't know if you've seen it or not, but if not, you need to watch it. It's really good.
How was your last day of school?
It was amazing. I came up with an idea to get a big group of my friends together, and we pranked my teacher. We destroyed her classroom. So yeah, she liked it, but she made us clean it up afterwards. So that was pretty funny. We got it on video, like her reaction and stuff. It was really funny.
How's your summer going so far?
It's going really good. We're fixing to, because me and my uncle and my papa and my dad fish a lot. So do me and my cousins. So we're fixing to start that up. And then travel ball just started up not too long ago. So it's going pretty good. I'm enjoying it. What all have you done this summer?
Nothing much really.
Really?
I've been taking out the boards to practice some more cornhole. Mm-hmm. I'm planning on sometime next week or the week after that to hang out with my best friend. And I'm going to Worlds, so that's really it that's going on so far. Mm-hmm. And then California, of course.
Yeah. So, have you been to any water parks lately?
What?
Have you been to any water parks lately?
No.
I went for my best friend's birthday, and it was so fun. So, like those big drop-down slides?
Mm-hmm.
I rode a few of those, and oh my gosh, it was so scary, but it was really fun.
Just recently, I just had my birthday on Saturday.
Happy late birthday.
Thank you. And my best friend and I went to the movies. And we had such a good time, but it was kind of annoying because she talked a lot. So through it was funny. You watched the new Jurassic Park movie?
Was it good?
It was amazing. It was so funny. The funny part was that a lady laughed out of nowhere. And before the funny part even happened, and we just started laughing. It was so funny.
Yeah, I've been practicing a lot this summer. I'm getting ready. We was booking the hotel and stuff for the Worlds, and I'm finding all my partners and stuff for that. And obviously I'm going with Nate in the co-ed. And then I don't know. I don't think we're going to Spencer McKenzie's just because we're going to the Worlds. Mm-hmm. So I really want to go, but I got to convince my mom and dad. So,
have you won any recent cornhole events lately? Like in top 3 or 5th or something?
No, not really. We need to start going. We used to go to a local blind draw every Monday and every Wednesday or Thursday, and we kind of got out of it because of softball, and I've just been really busy. But we're starting to get back into our local blind draws and just tournaments around.
I just recently in Phoenix, Arizona, I took 5th in women's.
I saw.
I would have gotten a little bit farther if we didn't have to sit in the broadcast room for over an hour. And they wouldn't let us go outside and go out of the area to practice. Mm-hmm. So we all had to watch it. I'm like, great. No, I'm not going to win my next game. But I could have, but I didn't do great. So
yeah. Yeah, I like playing. Like, I like getting to sit for, like, I don't know, like 10 or 15 minutes and then playing again. But I don't like sitting for a long time because I just feel like I get out of my, like, zone. And I don't know, I never felt as good as I did.
The most stressful part for me in Arizona was when I was doing women's at the end. I also was signed up for a blind draw. So Josh told me to do both of them at the same time. So my partner and I, Nate, no, not Nate, what's his name? You know my blind dog partner's name? Well, I can't remember. Yeah, Nate Stevens.
Yeah, that's funny.
We were doing really good, but I think I just slowed down a little bit after losing my 5th game for women's. But we ended up taking 7th, so I'm proud for that.
Yeah, that's really good. He called me when he found out that he got you in the blind draw. And he was like, guess who I just got in the blind draw? And I was like, who? And I said, Riley. Or he said, Riley. And I was like, oh, my gosh, are you serious? And he said, yeah. I said, well, y'all are going to do
good. Oh, thank you. Have you been partnered up with any pros in the blind draw?
I think I've got Nate once, and then other than that, I'm not very good at getting like good partners in blind draws. So it hasn't. I don't really have good luck in blind draws and stuff. But
who's your favorite pro?
Favorite pro?
Yeah.
I'm gonna do like my favorite like local pro, and then just a pro that I'm not really like close to. So my favorite local pro is obviously Nate. I love Nate. He's my buddy. And then my favorite non-local pro is probably, let's see. I really like, it's hard. That's a hard question. There's so many. I really like my coach. She's so just nice and friendly, and I don't think you can make her mad. I've got to meet her a few times, and every time I've met her, she always like runs up to me and gives me a big hug, and then we'll talk, and then she'll have to end up playing or something, and I'll go watch her play. But she's always like super nice.
Oh, I'm gonna say my favorite pro so far that I've seen at all my opens is Rosie Streaker. I love her. She's so nice, so friendly. She looks very friendly. And I actually played against her in a match, and I lost, of course. I could have won, but I didn't do great. But it was so fun. She was very nice. So she'd be my favorite woman pro.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Rosie's so sweet. I've played against her before at the Worlds, and she's a good one. She's really nice. Mm-hmm. All right. Well, do you have anything else you'd like to talk about?
Not really. Or not really. I think I've already asked you this question, but I forgot. Do you have pets? I think you have a dog.
Yeah, I have 2 dogs, and I have a bearded dragon. So, yep.
Okay, then that's all I have.
Huh?
That's all I have.
Okay. All right. Well, thanks for watching this episode of the KTT show. It's a show for kids by kids. Stay tuned for our next segment to watch our interview with ACL Pro Nate Voyer. Bye, guys. Let's kick it into the intro. Today we have Nate Voyer on with us, and Jaden's going to kick it off by asking him some questions so we can get to know him.
Hi, Nate. Thanks for coming on with us today.
Oh, thanks for having me. This is a blast.
Yeah, I'm going to start off with this question. What is your favorite sport to watch?
I would definitely have to say college basketball. I'm a University of Arizona fan. I've watched them play since about 7th grade. I actually got engaged to my wife live on Fox Sports Net, half court, many years ago. But yeah, it was an awesome experience there on the basketball court. Yeah, I was nervous then. Not like being on a live broadcast game. Nervous, a little bit nervous.
Yeah, that's cool.
What is your favorite bag to throw?
My favorite company throw bags. I've thrown a lot of different bags. I've been playing for about 4 years now. The last 2 years, like more competitively. But Cornhole Scenario has been the bags that have backed me even before I was a pro. So it's not like they just sponsored me and then I'm saying their name. They actually supported me before I became a pro, a whole year before I became pro. And it's been good vibes with them. And they believed in me before I made pro, and that's kind of a special connection there. So I would actually have to say a Mantis, which is a Cat 1. It's a very slow bag. I know a lot of people know the Cat 3, which is a very fast bag. Josh Holland, Derek Holland, they play the fast bags. And I got a chance to play with Josh Holland in Sacramento with the fast bag. I can still throw it. But the Mantis slow bag is what I used in pro qualifying. And got me in. So
That's my favorite Cornhole Scenario bag to throw too.
my man, you might need to have to partner up sometime.
Yeah.
Do you normally get nervous playing on the broadcast boards, like on the Super Bowl games?
You know what? I thought I was going to be a nervous wreck. I'm going to be honest. I thought I was going to be a little jittery. And you know what? I think it's because it was a really positive, like just a fun kind of atmosphere and like a lot of positive energy that I was just having a blast. I mean, I'm throwing with Sarah Cassidy against Sarah Cassidy, one of the coolest ladies in cornhole. And, I got to know her a little bit. She's one of my partners in the teams event on Team Shuckers. And I got a chance to play with her a little bit. And we knew we were going to have a blast before. So I actually wasn't nervous. So, and it was helpful for me. So when the next broadcast comes, I'm going to be ready.
Mm-hmm.
How did your passion for cornhole start?
Well, my family has played in the backyard like a lot of families, tailgating and barbecues and birthday parties. And I found out about a local event at a bowling alley and restaurant kind of thing. Tried it out. I won the first 3 or out of 4 times. I'm like, well, this is cool. I like winning. And, my wife is very competitive. She's actually the women's California state champion, Nate Voyer, and she's going to try and make a go at it next at the pro qualifier this year. I'm going to be playing mixed doubles with her at Worlds. Riley asked me, and I would have played with you, Riley, but I better play with my wife or I'm going to be in trouble. So, I started at a local place and it just kept on growing.
What's your favorite ride there at Disneyland?
I knew you were going to ask me this. I knew this was coming. So, Thunder Mountain in Disneyland. It's the runaway mine cart, like railroad train. It's a short ride, but it's always been my favorite. It's great at nighttime. But I got to actually just ride this ride. It's called the Incredibles ride. This is in the California Adventure, and that was the first time I rode that ride. That was a blast. That's the best ride in this park, I think.
Yeah, I like that ride too.
How's the weather in Florida?
Oh, I'm in Disneyland in Southern California.
Oh, okay.
Disney World is in Orlando. So I'm actually from Northern California, Stockton, California, which is about 4 hours north of here. And then, we drove down. We have 13 family members here at Disneyland. That's crazy, but we're having a blast.
What's your favorite TV show?
TV show. All right, I'm kind of a goofball, so and this show doesn't air anymore, but I'm a diehard The Office fan, and so I Steve Carell's a nut, and I think if I could have a celebrity partner with a comedian, I think I would love to throw all bags with Steve Carell. So Steve Carell, if you ever hear this, let's go.
Do you like to cook or bake?
I love to barbecue. I like to be out. I love to be outside, smoke and barbecue things. My wife takes me out there. I do that kind of thing, and she makes all the fixings and other things inside the house. That's usually how our house works.
Yeah. If there was a singles tournament with all the ACL pro players, how do you think you would place?
Well, I think even right off the go, I'd be in the top 50%, but I'm looking, you kind of, anytime you enter a new tournament throughout the season, your goal is to set small goals for yourself, right? And even as a teacher, I ask my students to set small goals, achievable goals throughout the year, right? Whether it's in education or sports or whatever it is. And so that's been my thinking in singles and in doubles with my pro partner, Kevin Smith Jr. out of Fort Myers, Florida, is to set goals. Let's go 2-2. Let's go 3-2. Let's go, and I think if you set reachable goals, not only, you get those small successes, as you go, they're encouraging. And I mean, you go right out the gate, playing some of these top elite players. There's some great players out there, and it's been fun battling them. But I think we're doing really well for my rookie season. So,
yeah.
What is your favorite shot to make on the board?
You could ask anybody that watches me, and they would say air mount. I know these a lot of younger players rolling and flopping, and I'm a classic player. I'm a slide. I like a messy board, and I like the backside airmail drag. That's one of my favorite shots. I don't care how small it is. And when my pro partner Kevin Smith just points up in the air, he doesn't say anything. He just goes like this. I get all pumped up. It's full send. Let's go.
I know you're a teacher. What's your favorite thing to teach?
Well, PE, duh. I mean, we just did a cornhole lesson at the end of this last school year. I got to pull out 7 sets of all cornhole boards. Chad Littlewood of all Cornhole, he supported our league in Stockton for the last 3 years. And I took 7 sets to my school. My kids played for 4 days. And I'll tell you what, having them be interested in something that I was interested, I didn't even push them. They asked me if we could play, and I'm like, oh, you don't have to ask me twice. Let's do this. So my 6th graders, they just had a blast. And I had one girl in my class. Her name is Aaliyah. The first day, she did okay, but by the 4th day, in one 20-minute period, she made 9 shots, which is huge for someone just starting out. She's fired up, and when you see somebody learning something new and being successful in the classroom, playground, or in athletics, that's what I'm about. I mean, when you're a teacher at heart, that's what it's about.
What do your students think about you being an ACL pro?
Well, it was kind of funny how it happened. I didn't put it on them. I didn't tell them about it. Mm-hmm. 6th graders, 7th graders, 8th graders, the first thing they do is they Google their teacher, right? And they saw these videos of me. Like, you guys, you throw bean bags? I'm like, whoa. They're not bean bags. It's like cornhole. So, and they're like, well, what's that? I'm like, well, you guys want to know? I'm like, well, okay. And then they started following me on the standings. They watched videos. They made me like their own. One of my students made me arts and crafts, like a mini cornhole boards that were painted that I have. Just so cool. And it was a good way to connect with the kids. So, of course, when I came back, they saw, I told them, I go, I'm going to be on ESPN. They're like, yeah, right. They're like, yeah, right. I'm like, no, this old man is going to be on ESPN. You're going to see your teacher on ESPN. I couldn't believe it myself. When Trey Ryder asked me. I felt honored. There's 256 pros, and I told my pro partner, I'm just a guy, and for them to choose me, being a diehard 49er fan, that was just such an honor. And I got to thank the ACL, Trey Ryder, and the crew over there. This is cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they did get to see it.
Yeah. Are your own kids interested in playing cornhole?
So I actually put my son, Levi, who's 7, who just finished the first grade. He actually goes to school where my wife teaches. My wife is also a 6th grade teacher at a different school. And he goes out in the back there and throws, but I don't push it on him. But just a little while ago, he came out and, hey, Dad, can I throw some bags? I'm like, yeah. And I put him on my first TikTok, and it shows him his first TikTok on with me. Block, and you guessed it, airmail. And if you check out the TikTok, block and airmail, I'm like, my son already doing like Dad,
Yeah.
Good stuff.
What is your favorite food?
Favorite food?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, gosh. I think I've eaten just about everything at Disneyland has to offer. But, man, I can't. You're going to, okay. Taco truck tacos. That's it. In California, taco truck tacos, man. I could hit up the taco truck any day. In California, that's a big deal.
Would you rather burp out bubbles or sneeze out mouthwash?
Did you say burp up bubbles or what?
Sneeze out mouthwash.
Oh, burp up bubbles. Yeah. I got a big nose, so if I go sneezing, man, that'll be bad. That'll be bad for everybody. So I think, yeah, bubbles. These kids are walking around with these bubble machines. I'd fit right in. Great.
Do you have any pets?
Yeah, what's crazy is, so when I wear my Cat's Rule shirt for Cornhole Scenario, I'm actually a dog person. I've got German Shepherds. We're a big dog family. So I feel like my cat bags are for the big dogs. That's how I like to look at it. I mean, I like playing against big time players with my cats. It's kind of funny to think of it that way, but I got big German Shepherds, and I let my son name him, and his name's our boy dog. His name's Tiger. So.
Are you playing at Spencer McKenzie's?
Definitely. This is my 4th year playing Spencer's. My wife and I actually played a couple years ago, and we actually placed 20th, and we won $1,000, our first real big competitive tournament. And that's where I met Samantha Finley. We played against her, and we knew, my wife and I always said that Samantha Finley was a really great competitor. She knows how to win, but she also knows how to lose. She has a great attitude. And when I posted that I was looking for a partner for Washington, this next pro shootout, and Samantha said she asked me to play with her, I was pretty honored that she would play with me. So I think we're going to have a blast together not this weekend, but next weekend.
What's your biggest struggle in the game?
Biggest struggle? Well, just like I deal with students in my classroom that have needs, I have really, really bad ADHD. Even as an old, people think ADHD is just for kids, but I'm surprised I'm sticking to the questions that you're answering. I'm everywhere, and so it's hard to stay focused. And so I know that I have the skill to beat anybody, but sometimes, something running by the back of the boards, I get distracted easy. So sometimes I got to put AirPods in and just really concentrate. When I'm focused, you can tell. I feel like I can hit any shot. So that's my goal, is to stay focused.
Is it hard for you to play in your league, Port City Baggers, with all the ACL events you tend to?
Yeah, my wife and I started the league just because we wanted something positive in our community. And unfortunately, I've had to cancel a lot of our Tuesday night league nights because I'm traveling so much, because it's about balance. You know, I want to be home with my wife. I want to be home with my son Levi. So it's important to do those weekend things and then come home and be a part of the family. So unfortunately, some of my friends and my league has to take up the pause button sometimes, and it's it's part of the balance of life, right?
Yeah.
If you could be any Disney character, who would you be and why?
Who would I want to be, or who most is like me? It's probably two questions, but I think who I'd want to be, I think the genie from Aladdin. I think that's, if you've seen the original cartoon version, the original one, the way that he's everywhere, that's me. That's me. But I think I'd want to be like him with the special powers. I mean, come on. That's cool. I mean, Robin Williams as the genie is so cool.
Do you ever get tired of cornhole?
Yes and no. I'd say yes, because sometimes I got to travel by myself and I miss my family. And arm gets a little sore, I think, but as far as mentally, I wish I could play all the time, every day. But I think it's good to take a break on things and do a little reflection and then get back into it. I think that's good for any sport or hobby.
Would you rather play outside or inside?
In California, I love outside summer cornhole. I just played in a fair tournament. I got out in the grass. We could eat corn dogs and deep fried Twinkies and Oreos and things like that. And then you just get the heat, and I enjoy that. Competitive cornhole is really hard to play outside, but I think that's really what cornhole is. So I think a lot of us pros are spoiled by playing indoors too much. And I think it'd be fun to do an all outdoor cornhole tournament. All pro one with all levels, and nobody's inside, just everybody's outside having a blast in the sun. So you got to come out to Spencer's. That's a good start.
Yeah, I'm coming up.
I'm there.
Who's coming out to Spencer's? Let me ask you a question. Who's going out to
Me.
Spencer's?
I'm going to
Maddie? We need to get someone find us. Let's get a group picture together and you guys come out.
Okay.
Okay.
What's one thing you think everyone should try?
Well, I think people should try on a continual basis to try things that are new, things that will stretch their mind, stretch their body. I think that's how you grow as a human being and grow as a person. Also, young people, as you grow into who you are, is to do things that are uncomfortable and that stretch you as a person. You'll grow and you'll be stronger for it. So I think try anything. Something that's difficult, go after it.
What is your number one dream?
Number one dream? Well, once you become a parent, you want your kids to be successful in whatever they do. I think my dream is that my son will go come up with a dream and go after it. Whether he's successful or not, I want him to go after it. Have the heart to work hard at something and go after it. For myself, it is to make pro and then to make a broadcast. And I made it. It's crazy. But my next goal is to try and make broadcasts, not on a celebrity thing, but on skill. And who knows? Maybe it's this next round with Samantha Kimmer in Everett, Washington. So.
What is your best quality?
My best quality? Oh gosh, I gotta talk about myself like that. Oh my gosh. I think I'd be qualified to tell you my best quality if I also tell you my worst quality. I'm not a very good listener, and I get impatient. So I think that's something that I got to work on. But I think my best quality is I'm a go with the flow guy. I think that's why I actually really love blind draws. I think it's just like going and meeting someone brand new, figuring out a new bag that maybe I haven't thrown. Yeah, I'll throw your bag and you can throw mine, whatever. It just has some fun with it. Being flexible and just going with the flow. That's my best quality, I think.
To wrap it up, I'm going to ask you, what is one piece of advice you would give the younger kids that are starting to become an ACL pro?
I don't think it's just throwing a lot of bags. I think you should record yourself throwing. Throw a deck around periodically and figure out your base. What's your average? But record yourself. Watch your mechanics. Watch your follow through. Watch your stance. And then do your deck rounds, weekly. If you see improvement, keep things the same. If you see that you're not showing any growth, then pick one of your mechanics to change. Okay, but the most natural throw is going to be your best throw. Other things can follow, but I'd say do deck rounds weekly and record yourself.
All right. Well, thank you for coming on with us today. It's really been a pleasure to have you on with us.
Well, you kids are pretty awesome, and I think we can learn a lot from you kids of having just a positive attitude and go get it. Don't be nervous around people. Just get out there, pick the biggest person in the room, the baddest player, and you go warm up with them. Have a blast, right? Thanks for having me on, guys.
Of course. Thanks so much, Nate, for joining us. And I have one last question before we end out. This is Whitney, the adult facilitator of it. I just want to know, when you proposed to your wife in such a public way, you had to be pretty sure she was going to say yes, huh?
Yeah, my wife and I dated for 7 years. I was 17 and she was 15. I had just graduated from high school and she was going into her sophomore year of high school. We dated all the way through college, and her dad said that we could not get married, or we could get married, but if he was going to pay for her college, I got to wait for after her to graduate college. So the second she graduated college, we went to a basketball game in Tucson, Arizona. I worked out with the media there, and we got it on live. So we were pretty sure at that point.
Well, it's such a fun way to do it, but it's just also so risky, right? But you must have known.
No, we had wanted to get married long before that, but sometimes planning and being smart about things. We've been married 18 years. Been together 25 years. So, yeah.
Congratulations. Very similar to my husband and I. But we've all seen those on the big screen moments at sporting events where somebody says no, and they're just they're so cringy. Anyway, we have loved seeing you soar this season. We love seeing the West Coast represented. For sure. I know. I'm sure Mish feels the same about that, and Jaden. But we can't wait to see you at Spencer's, and thank you so much for giving up, a couple or 20 minutes of your Disney World vacation to give us an interview. That was awesome.
I feel honored. Thank you guys for having me. I appreciate it.
And good luck with Sam in the next pro shootout.
Oh man, I'm so pumped up about that. Hey, and you kids, make sure you see me at Spencer's. I want to get a group. Riley, you're in charge of that. You get everybody together and come get me. All right?
Yeah, for sure.
Riley going? She's going, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it's our goal to have us all go. I know Mish and I are playing together, not to win, just to have fun. But we want to get all these kids here. There.
Yep. I want a group picture. My wife and I want a group picture with the kids.
Awesome. Well, so good talking to you. Thanks, guys. You guys did an awesome job, like always. And go enjoy Disney.
See you tomorrow.
Hey, see you guys. It was nice meeting you, Maddie, and everybody, Jaden and Riley.
Nice to meet you too.
I almost screwed it up again.
Hallie, you got it.
Hallie, I was going to say it, Hallie. Okay. Thanks, kids.
Thanks so much for watching.
Hope you enjoyed this week's Kids Throw 2 show.
Make sure to tune in every Monday for a new fun episode.
In case you forgot, it's a show made
For kids.
Bye, kids.